I won't dock you.
Thanks, boss. You're a real pal.
No. It can't be.
Hello, John.
Good God, Sandra, it really is you. It really is you.
Afternoon, Max.
Well, sir. Afternoon to you too, sir.
What are you doing hanging around here when you could be at Landfair courting Tina?
It really sticks in your craw about Tina still being the Buchanan, doesn't it?
If I ever get another ulcer, her name will definitely be on it.
Asa, hi.
Ma'am,
Why'd you stay around so you could have lunch with me?
I had lunch upstairs with one of your guests. No, I came here to help you get out of the mess with the IRS.
Asa, I told you I can't borrow that money from you.
We're not talking borrowing. Excuse us, Max.
Sure, go right ahead.
Sit down, please. See, the thing is, honey, I'm going to buy the hotel from you and pay off the taxes, hire a crackerjack manager, and who knows, eventually may show a profit.
No, wait a minute. You want to buy the inn?
Honey, I think I started with that line, huh?
Why? Why? You have no interest in running a hotel?
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire the best manager money can buy. Now, if he can't turn this into a success, shoot, Buchanan Enterprise can use the tax write-off. I don't want you written off so bad, honey, you won't recover. You're going to make a tidy sum. And I know how you want to invest in rebuilding Malakeva.
You're really serious, aren't you?
Well, I hope so. I've been mouthing off here for nothing.
You know, Asa, sometimes I still hear old Jeff Stewart.
Now, wait a minute. Tell me now. Is that a yes?
Oh.
Might I ask what the question is?
Pete, Asa just offered to buy the hotel from me and get me out of trouble.
I knew it. You were behind this sabotage.
Now, you hold it before you're in over your head.
You know what really burns me up? You're so damn transparent, and Pam can't even...
I made her a fair deal, and by the way, this is none of your business.
You know what? You got a lot of... You're pretending all along that you weren't trying to rip this hotel off from Pam.
That is it. You give me an answer by tomorrow. If you're going to pay attention to this brain-dead ex-mouthpiece, then you deserve everything the IRS or anybody else is going to give you.
Asa. Oh, Pete. For heaven's sakes. That happened to be a very sincere offer.
Oh, Gabrielle, no, I'm sorry. Gabrielle, I had no choice. I had to do it. Oh, Gabrielle, it's... Oh.
Maria. Hello, Tina. I'm sorry if I startled you, but Heron told me to come right in. It seems that you were having a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Yes, you were dreaming about Gabrielle.
How would you know that?
Because you mentioned her name.
Oh, yeah, her name, I guess I was dreaming about Jamie and her father, Dante and Medina, too. Sort of reliving Argentina, and believe me, that is a nightmare. So, what can I do for you? What do you want?
I came to see my grandson.
Oh, well, he's asleep. So you can take a peek at him on your way out.
And I would like to talk to you.
Maria, I don't need any more problems from you, okay?
Tina, don't make the mistake that I made with Clint. Yes, I loved him for all of these years, and it was just crazy of me to be so obsessed with a man that wasn't right for me, a man that didn't love me. Tina, it caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, I see. I see what you're trying to get at, Maria. You are trying to compare your sick obsession with Clint with my love, of course.
And it is not that far-fetched. Kate is as perfect for Cord as Vicky is for Clint.
My love of your son, Cordero, is pure. Do you understand that, Maria?
Oh, Tina, please, for crying out loud. There is nothing about you that is pure, okay? Even though you are back from the dead, I don't think you've learned a thing. And I also think that whatever your plans are going to destroy my son even more.
Look, just get out of my house, all right? Look, this is my house as well as my sister's, and I want you out. Tina!
Maria, what are you doing here?
Well, originally, I came here to see my grandson.
Yeah, and to torment me. I mean, it's not enough that her son and I are getting a divorce. No, she wants to make my life even more miserable. I gotta get out of here.
No, you're not going anywhere. She's leaving.
I'm just gonna take a walk, all right? That's all. I'll be fine.
All I did was ask her to let go of Court and her fantasies about getting him back.
She's doing that. Exactly that.
Oh, that's what she claims, but I don't believe her, and I don't think you should either.
Well, I quite frankly think it's time for you to leave, Maria, and the next time you feel like visiting your grandson, I suggest you phone ahead and make an appointment.
I beg your pardon, but I have as much right to see my grandson as Clint does.
Make arrangements with Cord to see him someplace else.
And why? Why is she having the baby baptized Catholic? Why?
Because Cordero wants it.
No. There is more to it than that. There must be.
Don't you think that you're just a little bit out of control around here?
Fine. Maybe Father Walker will listen to me.
Now, what is all that about? I mean, it's not about a baptism.
Forget it. Father Walker will calm her down. There's nothing that Tina can do that's going to change Cord's mind during the ceremony. Anyway, sweetheart, I have to get to the Banner for a meeting with Mark Jones.
Oh, is Mark being cooperative?
No, he's not at all. In fact, for being head of a union, he's a little too hard-nosed to be a negotiator.
Oh, honey, why don't you let me go with you? I've known Mark for 15 years. I know I could make him listen.
You told me that you'd stay out of this. And I don't have time to argue about it. In fact, I don't want to argue about it even when I do have time. Kiss me. I love you, and I'll see you later.
Honey, wait a minute. No, Clint, this is downright silly. Look, if I could help you, you're only prolonging the battle. It's not fair.
This is quite a shock, you walking into my office.
Well, I planned it that way so I could see the look on your face.
How do I look with my teeth on the floor?
Oh.
Aren't you the woman who called earlier, only she didn't want to leave a number?
Yes, I am, and I apologize.
I'm sorry, Cassie Callison, my secretary. This is Sandra Montaigne, an
Hi.
old college friend.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm also John's assistant, by the way.
Well, this is amazing. I have to say the years have been very kind to you, John. You are as handsome now as you were then.
Well, no more amazing than what the years have done for you, Sandy.
Thank you. So has a woman gotten you to say I do yet?
Not yet. How about you and Frankie? You still married?
Oh, come on, John. Don't look so surprised. You said it wouldn't work, but it has. As a matter of fact, Frankie just bought Elmo's outside of town. Do you know it? Yeah. He's turning it into a nightclub and calling it Frankie's.
Sounds as if the two of you are doing very well.
I'm not doing very well. This isn't a purely social call, John. I need your help as a private eye. I think someone's trying to kill me.
Mrs. Roberts?
Father Walker. Is that offer still good?
It certainly is, my child.
You know, Cindy, this is really getting on my nerves.
Yeah, in this case, I'm sure the truth would. I guess I just don't understand it, Lee. I mean, you're making money like crazy. You've got a million things going on.
Why sabotage this hotel? Why get Pam in trouble with the IRS?
Look, I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you that? Oh. But why am I bothering about this? My conscience is clear. Your imagination's a little foggy.
Well, I seem to recall you asking me to get the books from the Vernon Inn accountant. So don't play with me.
I don't play, Cindy. And I especially don't play when it comes to business. Now, why have you all of a sudden taken Pam in the hotel as your personal crusade?
Because Pam is a decent, lovely, hardworking woman who's being taken for a ride.
Yes, but not by me. Now, don't waste any more of my time. Come on. Cindy. Just, in case you don't believe me, I would appreciate it if you took your paranoia and kept it to yourself. Otherwise...
Otherwise what?
Well, you know, just as it would be very difficult for me to be in Landview if any of your rumors circulated, I think it would be even more difficult for you if I circulated the truth about you.
Look, that is over and done with. I have left Wall Street.
Yes, I know. And your boyfriend, when he went to prison, didn't implicate you in the Inside Traders scam. You made a lot of money on Sanders Chemical stock. Boy, I bet those authorities would love to know your inside information. As a matter of fact, I'd love to know your inside information.
Look, I was naive and ambitious. I made a mistake. So what? I get the message, Lee.
Don't mess with me, sweetheart.
Open up! I need a man for the challenge expert!
Oh. What? Oh, what? Look, Max, how do you know I didn't have an important client in here?
Yeah, but you didn't, did you?
Champagne! Hey, what's this for?
I give a bottle to every lady that stands me up for lunch.
What?
And for the likes of Asa, too.
Oh,
Oh, please. I know you try to keep your little secrets from good old Max, but it's useless. So, Lee, tell me, why did you convince Asa to buy out Pam? Or does that have something to do with your plan to take over Landview, too?
Clear.
I'm attack.
What, Gabrielle? Gabrielle, let them take care of her. Clear.
She'll live through another heart attack.
What could have caused it?
I don't know.
Well, did she say anything to you?
No, she just started talking.
Clear.
Oh, no.
Don't worry.
Father, I'm sorry. I'm so scared. I don't know. I'm just saying nothing here.
There is nothing to fear, Mrs. Roberts.
It's easy for you to say. I don't know. I have to talk to somebody, though, and I guess it might as well be you. In fact, maybe it has to be you. I mean, the guilt about this is just getting worse every day. Father, I'm just so afraid the court is going to find out what I've done.
I can assure you again that whatever is troubling you will only be heard by God and myself.
And nothing would make you tell my husband.
Nothing.
I mean, what does Clint think is going to happen, for heaven's sakes? What am I going to do, faint in the middle of a negotiation? Maybe he thinks I'll get another aneurysm if I have an argument with somebody. Or maybe he thinks I'm going to collapse and fall apart because of the pressure. I mean, how long is it going to take me to convince that man that none of those things are going to happen? How long is he going to behave like that?
Victoria? Oh, hello, Gilbert. Well, sorry to interrupt.
You're not interrupting.
Well, you were in an intense conversation.
Talking to myself.
Yes, with great frustration. But you're also taking out on those lovely, fragile little beings.
Are you accusing me of flower abuse?
Close.
All right. Why don't you finish doing the arranging? You're better at it than I am anyway. I'll take a deep breath and calm down.
What seems to be the problem? I assume you want to talk about it since you were talking about it.
Oh, it's my husband, Gilbert. He has cut me off from the Banner. He's cut me off from the work that I love and the people that I love, and he's being so arbitrary about it. It's not even open for discussion. So if he won't talk about it, what on earth am I going to do?
Sandra, are you serious?
I'm afraid so, John.
Do you have any idea why somebody would want to kill you?
Cassie, I think Sandra might feel more comfortable discussing this with me. Why don't you go on down to Warren's used car auto parts and start our stakeout?
Because attempted murder is a tiny bit more important than this, John, and we are a team, remember?
I remember, and your half of the team is going to get to work on this scan.
John, please, if you trust her, it's fine.
No, it's okay. We might be a team, but I'm still the boss here. And Warren is paying us to solve his problem.
Set the refrigerator at 300. Set for 300. Clear.
Oh, Lord.
There's no change.
No pulse or blood pressure.
Does that mean?
Senorita Almeida, I'm so sorry.
No, you can't stop. You've got to save her.
I can assure you that whatever is troubling you will only be heard by God and myself, Mrs. Roberts.
And nothing would make you tell my husband?
Nothing. You see, because you are not a Catholic, you don't realize that the purpose of the confessional is so that you can freely and without fear cleanse your soul.
I know that. It's just that I have sinned. And, Father, I feel so guilty about it. It concerns the baby.
I feel like a tornado has just swept into my suite.
Oh, I knocked you off balance, did I?
Oh, that was your sole purpose, wasn't it, Max?
That was my sole purpose, but it was up there on the list.
Uh-huh.
And I bet you're wondering how I got my information.
Well, I am not giving you the satisfaction of asking.
Fine. I'll volunteer it. I ran into Asa downstairs, and he mentioned he'd had lunch with a hotel guest. I immediately deduced it was you.
Well, Max, I was sort of forced into lunch by Asa. You see, we were having this discussion, and we ran into lunchtime, and...
And you got into the perils of Pamela and the Vernon Inn, right?
Hey, do I have a right to a defense counsel around here?
This is not an interrogation.
Oh.
And you're not being accused of any crime here. So, I get the distinct impression that you were behind Asa's decision to buy the Vernon Inn.
Max, Asa cares about Pamela.
Oh.
He wants to help her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's in it for you?
Well, I beg your pardon?
Your angle, Lee.
Look, Max, I have no angle.
You
all right?
always
wait,
have...
No, wait. Why are you so interested in this?
I happen to live here. This is my home, and I'm not crazy about the IRS maybe taking it over or Buchanan Enterprises. And most important, my brother not only lives here, this is his livelihood, so you could say it's a family matter.
No, look, if Asa takes over the hotel, why wouldn't he keep Steve on? And besides, if I have any input in this hotel, I might put in a few good words for you.
Oh, and I'm sure you'll have input. Which gets us back to your grand design. Taking over this town? Come on. Saved by the knock.
Boy, doesn't anyone make an appointment around here? Oh.
Lee, hi.
Oh, Mary Lynn, hi, come on in.
Well, guess what? I got an A on the paper.
What? Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations. Oh.
Well, that burst of frustration almost blew the head off these flowers.
I'm sorry.
Look, the real problem is that he won't even discuss this issue with me. Less than an hour ago, he was here, and I suggested to him that I be the one to deal with the head of the printers union. He cut me off, and he walked out.
May I ask why you're better suited for the job?
Look, I have known the man who is the head of the printers union for more than 15 years. We have a friendship as well as a working relationship. And even though he may very well resent what I say to him, he is certainly going to know that it is the truth, that like every other institution nowadays, the Banner is having severe financial difficulties.
I believe you.
Oh. Am I endangering the lives of the flowers again?
No. Your sincerity is evident and very deep.
Terrific. Well, at least I managed to convince you. I really do wish that Clint would allow me to demonstrate my knowledge to those people who need to hear it.
I mean, valid or not, I resent it.
Well, of course it's valid. The banner and its employees are almost as dear to you as your family.
But then what do I do, Gilbert? Do I force Clint into taking me back? Do I put the banner ahead of my husband's fears and wishes?
May I ask about something I'm feeling? Such as, is there more to this than missing work and being involved in the urgent issues?
Well, might be a little pride involved, I suppose.
But aren't you also missing being with your husband many more hours a day? After all, when you were the publisher and Clint the editor, you were together both day and night.
You're really incredible, aren't you? You know, I wasn't even aware of that, but of course you're right. Missing him is a big part of it.
Ward, how you doing, son?
Hey, afternoon, Clint. Listen, I got some real great shots of some of the angry people down there at that town meeting about the riverfront development.
Yeah? Well, I got some angry people in the press room.
You kidding me? No headway with that yet?
Not yet. How you doing?
Well, personally, I guess that depends whether you're asking about Kate or Tina. The first time, looks like Tina's not giving me too many problems, but now Kate is.
How so?
Well, she took off for Geneva this morning, just boom, gone out of the clear blue sky. Said something about taking care of a friend who had some problems.
Well, what does she think she's going to do?
I don't know. Clint, I don't think she's being real straight with me. Or at least not entirely. See, I wonder if maybe she just wanted to get out of town as an excuse to get out of this baptism. Then, on the other hand, I think maybe she's really got a friend who's in trouble. Maybe she can get herself involved in a dangerous situation. She was just real unclear about all of it.
No. I don't think Kate'd do anything dangerous. Not now. I mean, right on the verge of when you two are about to start a new life together?
Yeah, well, with Kate, when it comes to friends who are in trouble or some kind of a cause, you never can tell.
What about the baby, Mrs. Roberts?
Well, he's made me realize what a huge responsibility it is to be a mother. I mean, he's so helpless, so defenseless. That, well, he was that way from the moment he was born, I could see. And well, it was this incredible miracle of birth. And have you ever witnessed a birth, Father?
Yes. Yes, I have several times.
And all of a sudden, he was just there, you know? Al fought for his life, Father. He really did. And it just hit me how, you know, how a little baby, being so little, he needs someone to take care of him, to guide him through his entire life. And Father, I know I'm rambling on. The point is, I never understood what a responsibility it was before. And oh, Father, I love that baby so much. And it just makes me feel so guilty that I've taken on that responsibility for all the wrong reasons. The thing is, oh, Father, it's so terrible. I can't even say it.
May I help you? Could we have a private moment about this?
There's no need to, Kathy.
Why don't you two, talk about this, and I will wait outside.
When are you going to start acting like a professional?
When you start treating me like
Well, I can't treat you like one until you act like one. Now, I wanted to send you on that stakeout before Sandra even came in here. And she came into this office running scared about something, and I can't find out what it is because of your jealousies and your immaturity. Sandra, we're all set in here now. Thank you, and I'm sorry.
It was just a lack of communication, Sandra. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again soon when John and I are both working on your case.
Hard to find good help these days, especially that young.
The fact that she's in love with you may have something to do with it, John.
Sandra, what's going on? I mean, why do you think someone's trying to kill you?
Believe me, I have tried to convince myself that I am making this up, that I am paranoid, but it is true, John. Someone is trying to kill you.
Just take it easy, okay? We'll deal with it. Come on, sit down. Sit down and tell me everything about what is going on and why you think someone's trying to kill you.
No, please, don't do that.
I'm so very sorry, Senorita Medina, but it was inevitable.
Are you sure? She was so very upset before this.
Are you saying something happened when you talked?
Yes. Yes, but it didn't make any sense to me. She was so anxious.
Gabrielle, what did she say?
She warned me not to trust anyone. Or
what?
I don't know. You came in and then she had a heart attack. I don't understand. My wonderful, loving grandmother. Why did you leave me? I lost my mother and my father. Now I've lost my abuela.
Gabrielle, put your trust in me. Think of me as your family.
Oh, but I was hoping to see the
Why don't you
priest.
come over here and sit while you wait? Ah, good afternoon, Sophia.
Hello, sister, I think I'll come back later.
And when I regained consciousness in the jungle, I was covered with blood and I was so sick. And then someone told me that even though I somehow managed to survive the waterfall, my baby didn't, and I lost my baby.
Then
Al is not Cord's and my baby. But his mother was just going to give him up to strangers, and I love him so much. I did right from the first. And Father, the really terrible thing is that I know his father. His father's a friend of mine.
and he doesn't know that the baby is his. In fact, he believes, as does your husband, that...
Yeah, he doesn't know that it's his son. In fact, he didn't even know that the woman was pregnant.
Why didn't you tell the truth about the baby's parentage when you first brought him here?
It's because it meant so much to Cord. Oh, Father, I knew how badly he wanted a son. And I guess I thought that once he saw me and the baby, he'd love us again and he'd want us to be a family. A real family. But as you know, it didn't work out that way, and I've lost him, and I know that. And a baby isn't going to tie him to me. And it breaks my heart to see Cord falling more and more in love with a child that isn't his. And the same with me, Father. I love him more and more every day, but then he is part of me in a way. Father, I did in the jungle. I delivered him. There was nobody else, so I did. And from that moment, I loved that baby. Father, I know I've made a really awful mess of things. I have, and even if I can give him a wonderful home, and I know I can, and I know I can give him more love than anybody else on earth could, I still lied. And Max has never had the chance to know and to love his own son. Father, please. Help me. Father, please tell me what I have to do.
Probably because I was so excited about making an A on the paper.
Hey, this is cool. The professor wrote that you not only got to know your subject, but you obviously learned from her and care about her.
And he said that?
Uh-huh.
And it's true.
Well, I'm really happy that my small life could up your grade average, Mary. Listen, you know what? I should take us out to dinner and celebrate.
Well, I would love to.
Yeah?
But we can't celebrate until I get all of my grades back for the semester.
Uh-huh.
And since I interrupted, I guess I should go. But I would like to talk to you about something. Another time, though. Soon.
When I'm not around, I got the hint.
It doesn't have to be now. You don't...
No, come on. I barged in on Lee here. I'll just head back to my hotel room, call Designs by Delilah, find out how much money I made.
Thank you, Max.
Okay, kid. Take it easy. And I'll get back to you.
Thanks, Max. Well, I'm sorry I haven't called you. I have been so busy.
Oh, well, that's okay. So, are you and Max
What, Max?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean, I find him really enjoyable, and I have a lot of fun with him, but I'm not really interested in him romantically, you know. Well, listen, now, how are you?
Well, actually, I'm having a romantic problem. I guess I should say the lack of it lately.
Oh.
Rick is totally withdrawn from me. If I call, he's too busy to talk, and he never returns my calls.
What brought this on? Anything in particular?
Well, he was out of town on a team ski practice, and I went dancing at Elmo's with Jeffrey McGrath. You know, the guy who was pretending to be Prince Raymond of Mendora.
Yeah, him, right.
Well, it was purely innocent. I told Jeffrey about Rick. We were just having a good time. And then Rick walked in. He'd sprained his ankle and had to come back. And when he saw me dancing with Jeffrey, he immediately got the wrong idea. Rick says that going together means that I don't see other guys, period.
Oh.
Even if they're just friends.
No, Mary Lynn, I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know, it sounds like Rick's a little insecure. He's a little immature.
Yeah, a lot more so than I thought. He helped me so much with all of my problems and dealing with my father. I never thought that he could be so jealous and to not let go.
Do you care about him?
Lee, I'm in love for the first time in my life. And I don't want to lose him, especially over something so trivial.
Well, then we're going to have to figure out how to fix that. But what am I going to do about him? He has forced me to be left out of a major part of his life, and I miss that. I miss working with him and talking with him and the arguments and the laughs.
I remember your mother confiding in me about losing Victor to the banner to the extent that she hardly saw him.
Well, I can imagine that Mother did have that problem, yes.
And I also remember she rarely nagged him about it because it was useless. What she would do, though, now and then, is pack a picnic basket and show up for lunch or supper time with a homemade meal.
Did she really?
Uh-huh. I think your father would grouse about it some, but secretly, of course, he loved the idea she worked her way into his day. She also managed to give him subtle advice or be a sounding board.
Are you giving me some subtle advice?
You mean, am I hinting that you could surprise Clint with a homemade impromptu lunch?
Well, he's had his lunch today already. Would tomorrow be fast enough to think?
Victoria, what is it?
Gilbert. Do you know, from the first day that I saw you out on that terrace, I had the feeling that I had known you sometime in the past. I think I've just figured out why.
I don't know, Clint. Maybe I'm responsible for Kate taking off like this. If I'd handled Tina better, if I had talked about the divorce sooner...
No, wait a minute. You managed to get Tina to agree to a divorce. You should be applauded for the delicacy with which you handled her. I mean, that was really sticky business, and Kate had to know at the time that it was sticky business.
I think she knew more than I did. Look, Clint, thanks for talking about this. It's made me feel better. And I know you got a lot of things on your mind right now.
I was glad for the break from the chaos around here, but I do have to get back to my office and for a meeting.
Okay, I tell you what, I'll probably see you over at Lanfair and then come by and see you out tonight, okay?
Fine, great.
Perfect.
Well, how can I do that now?
Mrs. Roberts, the reason why you are here with me today is because you cannot bear to live with yourself because you have told everyone that the baby is yours and Cordero's.
I know, but since I've done it already, what can I do? I mean, everybody will hate me. Nobody in my whole family will think I've changed at all.
This is a lie and a secret that can only worsen with time. You know that in your heart as well as in your mind.
I know, yes, I do.
It is very important that you come forward with the truth and face the consequences before the baptism. Now, you can come to me for counseling, and I assure you that the Almighty will forgive this sin if you are honest now with Cordero and with your family.
God might forgive me, but no one else will.
The car has been following me.
Same car, not always, just sporadically, but the same man driving. No one else.
Well, did you ever get the license plate number?
There's no license on the front of the car, but John, the man does not even seem to care that I know he's following me. And once, maybe twice a day, the phone will ring. I'll pick it up. I'll say hello. There's no response. And then they hang up.
That doesn't necessarily add up to attempted murder.
I'm getting to that. Yesterday, I was crossing the street, and the same silver gray sedan ran a light and tried to run me down. Now, fortunately, a pedestrian screamed, and I managed to get out of the way.
But there's no way that could have been accidental.
John! Come on. The same car, the same man driving it, accidentally runs the light and almost runs me down.
I know. I just, maybe I don't want it to be true is all.
Thank you.
What would the police say?
I have not called the police, and I don't intend to.
Does Frankie agree with that?
Frank doesn't know. John, he's trying to get this club opened. If the police are involved, there could be a lot of bad publicity for him.
Publicity? Your life is a lot more important than that, Sandra.
Maybe. If you can get to the bottom of this, we won't need the police.
What? I don't understand. Why would someone follow you and then go to the trouble to call you and then to try to run you down?
I don't know. I don't know, John. I have not gone through my life making enemies, especially this kind of enemy.
But I know that, sweetheart. I know you, remember? Yeah, you're the finest lady in the world, and I doubt that's changed. Though I do sense missing some of that old vivaciousness and that devil-may-care attitude you used to have.
Maybe it's been buried because I know that somebody's trying to bury me.
Well, what about Frankie? You're still married to him, right?
And it's been a good marriage. I'm happy. He's happy. I know you never expected that.
No, I never thought he could hold on to you that long. She was wrong.
I think your judgment was clouded by your ego, John. Because you never believed that he could keep me or keep me content.
No, I didn't. I thought only I could do that.
It's been a long time, John. And I'm sorry I haven't kept in touch, and I'm sorry to be dropping in because I need a private detective. But you will take my case, won't you?
No, I won't. I'm sorry, Sandra, but I just can't.
Have you discussed this with your father?
I tried. I mean, it's not as if Dad isn't sympathetic. He is. But he just feels that if Rick got all worked up over something so little, then I should forget about him.
Yeah, well, Mary Lynn, I hate to say this, but you could have problems with Rick if he doesn't mature.
I am not ready to give up on him. Or us. Lee, he loves me, too. I know he does.
Well, I'm sure he does. It just sounds like he's a little immature and a little insecure. He's trying to protect you. And then he takes his pride and he makes it more important than his love for you or spending time with you.
I feel the exact same way.
Yeah?
But if Rick isn't willing to work it out and talk it through, I'm helpless.
Well, I'll tell you what. Wait. Why don't you give me a little time here? I just don't want to give you a quick answer.
Oh, Lee, I don't want to get you involved in my problems.
No. Look, I want to get involved. I just want to make sure I don't give you any wrong advice here, all right?
Okay, fine.
Okay, good. So I will call you either tonight or tomorrow morning.
Anytime. I'm available anytime. With Rick around, I really don't have any plans.
Oh, no.
Well, listen, thanks for talking, and thanks again for the interview.
Sure, anytime. And listen, don't give up on Rick.
I won't. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, hi, do you have a Rick Gardner registered there? Great, would you connect me with him, please? What do you have, radar?
Nope. And I don't have an appointment either.
Yeah.
Just past Mary Lynn Hall. Look what I brought for you.
Oh, no. Didn't we just do this?
Brand new bottle for a brand new reason. For you being so warm and tender with that kid.
Well, Max, I mean, Mary Lynn is warm and tender.
Yeah, but she just brought out the maternal instinct in you like wham. I mean, it's real amazing, real nice. What, she having trouble with her boyfriend?
My God, you do have radar.
What are the kind of problems a kid that age going to have, huh? And she doesn't have a mother to confide in, so she comes to you.
Max, okay, stop it. You're getting a little too smart and perceptive. You know, I think I will take the champagne.
Oh, good.
And I will force it down your throat so I can tone down your radar system.
Oh, this does sound like fun. Tell you what, while you open that bottle, we can get back to your wheeling and dealing.
Well, it's my business to wheel and deal. And besides, I do have something planned for this town.
What do you remember, Victoria?
I was lost in the woods. There were woods at the other end of the property then. I was a very little girl. And my mother had just died, so I must have been 5, maybe 6.
That's right. You were hugging a young birch tree for dear life, trying to pretend it was your mother and that you were really home, warm and safe.
It was fall, and it was very chilly, and I was so frightened. Do you remember it? You looked so different then.
Well, I would imagine. I was in my prime, muscular, and I had quite a head of hair, too.
Oh, but I thought you were an angel, sent from heaven to rescue me from those dark, terrible woods.
Oh, everybody was looking for you. I just happened to be the one who stumbled on you.
Why do you think it's taken me so long to remember that? Amazing, isn't it? Memory, it's a very selective, complex machine. Tina?
Oh,
honey, are you all right?
Well, physically, I am. Listen, are you through with the gardener so we can talk?
Oh, honey, don't do that. Now, come on. Say hello to Gilbert.
Hello, Gilbert.
Mrs. Roberts?
Well, you can call her Tina. I would like you to be friends.
Well, I don't know about the friend part, but you can call me Tina, because I'm not going to be Mrs. Roberts much longer.
Goodbye for now, Victoria.
Gilbert, thanks for rescuing me again. About Clint, I mean.
What? You're asking the gardener for advice about your husband?
Do you know that he once saved my life? He saved me from the woods when I was a little girl. I was lost. He's a very wise man. And it's almost uncanny what kind of insight and perception he has.
Vicky, do you think I'm doing the right thing by being a mother?
I don't understand why you won't take this case. Don't you see how serious this is?
Sandra, I'll give you the name of a couple reliable PIs.
Wait a minute. I don't want reliable PIs. Why are you turning your back on me?
Because years ago, I had to turn my back on you against my will. I want to do it voluntarily this time.
I see. So now this is a payback because I chose to marry Frank
No,
instead
I
of
don't
you?
mean
That's
it like
what it
that.
sounds like.
No, it's not that. It's just that I don't want to spend a lot of time with you again. I don't want to open myself up again.
Well, John, I cannot believe that you're carrying a torch for me after all these years.
No, I'm not. But I don't want to pick it up again either. Sandra, when you walked through that door into my office, my heart took off and my breath was taken away like years ago.
Shocked from seeing me, maybe that's it.
Well, yeah, probably. But I just got hit with the memory of how very much I used to love you. And how hurt I was that Frank was more important to you. Frank's so jealous he wouldn't want you to hire me anyway.
Frank is still very possessive, it's true. But I think he would want the best private investigator in town to protect my life. John, do you hear what you were saying to me? That you're letting the memory of some old feelings be more important to you than the woman who evoked those feelings?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't mean it that way.
Then would you please tell me that you were going to help me?
Would you like to tell me what brought this on?
Oh, Vicky,
Maria Roberts, right?
well, she certainly helped. Not that I needed much help.
Sweetheart, from what I have witnessed so far,
You are a very loving and a very responsible mother.
Yeah, but what about for the rest of his life? I mean, Vicky, we know me. I'm not very good at being responsible. It takes a lot of work out of me, and I have terrible judgment. I mean, look at these huge mistakes I keep making.
Well, we all make mistakes. We all have doubts. And some of us never lived up to that purported ideal of motherhood, but it doesn't mean we're going to give up. Honey, don't you realize that Al has finally given you a purpose in life? And that's something you never had before. At least never a very constructive purpose. He's given you structure. And that's going to leave you with a lot less time on your hands to get into trouble or to make mistakes.
That's very true. You know, I never thought of it that way. But, I mean, will he be enough? I mean, just like you wanting to go back to work. I won't have a husband.
When you finally, truly let go of Cord in your heart and up in here, there will be the possibility of another husband. Max, for instance.
What does he have to do with this?
Well, I know he loves you, that's all.
Well, I don't love him.
Couldn't you?
Vicky!
Honey, no, I'm sorry. I want to pursue this because before you came back from Argentina, I had a long chat with him, and I liked him a lot.
Really?
Absolutely. He is very refreshing. He's right up front. I remember thinking then what a totally delightful pair you two would make.
You mean better than Cord and me?
Yes. He's much more carefree and devilish. He just struck me as your type.
I don't want to talk about him right now, all right? I mean, I am not interested in getting involved with another man right now or finding a stepfather for Al.
All right, then. Let's say that I had said to you, yes, Tina. As a matter of fact, I have very serious doubts as to your ability to be a mother. What would you do? I get the feeling that you're on the verge of some kind of a decision.
Yeah, sure thing, Briggs. Yeah, I already picked out the one I want, and it's down in her lab. Yeah, okay, great. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Hey, Mom, what are you doing here?
Oh, honey bunch, I just had to come by and apologize for my bizarre behavior earlier. And I have to admit that when I went by to talk to Tina at Land Fair, she didn't want to deal with me. Well, the fact is, we had an argument and I never got to see baby Al.
Oh.
Oh, but